We're at Natural Milk in Stanwood right now. This is our main parlor. This is a 60-stall rotary parlor. So as you can see, it's moving. It's just a big wheel. We have 60 stalls, so we can fit 60 cows at a time. It takes about 8 minutes for the cow to step on, get her milking machine attached, get all the way around, and get fully milked out before she exits the parlor. They're on here about 3 times a day, depending on what group, and on average they're giving about 75 to 80 pounds of milk per cow. So we collect all of the solids from our pens. This is including cow manure, bedding, etc. Run that all through a solid separator as seen here. The liquids will go into the manure lagoon and are used as fertilizer for all of our grass fields to help feed our cows back, and then all of the solids, as you can see here, are composted for about 21 days until they've reached temperature. We'll turn them a few times and then we use them as bedding. So we're composting everything that we possibly can. We're using everything we can here to be more eco-friendly. We have 250 organic milk cows in this pasture. They come out every morning after they're done milking, and they'll spend all day out here until they go back in the parlor at night. They get about 30% of their daily intake from this pasture, and then they get the rest of it in the barns when they're in there at night.
What we're doing here is we typically grow a lot of grass for our cows. Generally, this is going to generate about 50% of the heifer's diet, and if we're going to be grazing this for a dairy herd, it's going to be a little bit less because we're probably going to feed them more nutrients and more minerals inside the TMR. The baseline for TMR is grass again, with dry alfalfa, corn grain, and minerals. We can generate some really high quality stuff that's going to turn into a good heifer growth or a lot of milk production.
So we feed our cows a TMR, or total mixed ration. In this we have things like corn silage, grass silage, alfalfa hay, and then things like byproducts like bakery waste, dry distillers grains, and canola meal. This is frosting from a donut. Sometimes we find whole donuts in here, and the cows go crazy for the full donuts. Like bakeries, how they pull everything every day, all the stale stuff goes in here and then gets ground up into this powder, and the cows absolutely love it. It's a great source of starch for them. It tastes good, and it's taking a bunch of stuff out of landfills and putting it into usable products like milk.